Alright everyone, Buzzfeed is trying to do its very best to make an embarrassment of itself every day or two now. So now they've, in the wake of defaming me along with others, I think Scott Adams was, they did a hit piece on him recently. I know they did a hit piece involving Molnu as well not long ago. And now they're openly lying to people about the Superchat system on YouTube. See, the thing is, the legacy media is tired of having to deal with the alt media. We're out competing them. As such, what their original goal was is, hey, we're just going to try to prevent the alt media from making any money. Hopefully a lot of them then dry up because, everyone's got to make a living. And then Superchats were developed sort of as an in-between measure where YouTube's like, hey, we don't really want to antagonize and alienate, thousands of large users. It might cause the death of the platform. We're gonna softball them and institute something else whereby they can make money. Their new lie, therefore, is, oh, Superchats are also a problem because Nazis. Essentially, people are paying money in order to say, like, Nazi stuff. And I finally decided, by the way, for my own purposes, as far as I go, if I do more streaming, I'm not going to take Super Chats, and I'll tell you why. It has nothing to do with, like, oh, someone might leave a hateful comment. I don't care about that because I don't care if it's offensive. What I do care about is the idea that someone with more money would therefore have more speech. I don't really, it sounds like Citizens United to me. I understand for some people it's like, well, I don't get any ad revenue. I've got no choice, basically, but to use Super Chats. Respect, no problem with that, but, I guess not for me. I'll find other ways to deal with things. As far as this goes, though, Buzzfeed's openly lying. The fact is that they can look through, yes, if you go through streams of a political nature, occasionally there's going to be an edgy comment. Buzzfeed hopes that you'll focus on that edgy comment and that you'll ignore 1,000 others that aren't. By the way, where's Buzzfeed talking about the prevalent problem of people shitposting and spamming within live streams? It doesn't require Super Chat, by the way, to do so. Buzzfeed, along with the rest of the legacy media, simply wants to shut up the alt media because they're losing ground against us. Their audiences are dwindling. Buzzfeed is dwindling as a so-called news service. Vice is dwindling. Vox is dwindling. Salon is dwindling. CNN just had even more terrible ratings, like they've collapsed again. Down 30% since the beginning of the year, I believe, was the tail. That's significant. All of these groups, the entire corporate media complex is withering away and drying up. They consider it a red letter day when they rob some other legacy media group of some of the ratings. Like when MSNBC said, oh no, there's no death of cable TV. Look, our ratings rose. Yes, but at the cost of CNN's. That's because people stopped watching CNN to watch you or to watch Fox News. It doesn't have anything to do with increasing the size of the lake. It's just your share of that dwindling puddle has increased a little bit. Congratulations! It's still drying up and you're still eventually going to asphyxiate in a briny, stagnant pool of shit, which is basically what cable has devolved into. As far as Buzzfeed goes, they got a little bit more vigor in them because, they started on the internet to begin with, but not that much. They're totally irrelevant. Nobody's going to trust this bullshit either. Look, the reason why they're literally defaming and harassing independent commentators at this point. It's sort of like when CNN came out with its hit piece on InfoWars. It's like, yeah, Alex Jones says goofy off-the-wall things because, to fucking market himself. It is funny to me that CNN should encourage a tech firm to directly censor one of its competitors. Don't think that it escaped notice, and this is why nobody trusts them, because they see on full display now the backstabbing methods that they're using. As far as the Super Chats go, though, I've seen plenty of Super Chats on streams somewhat of an edgy nature, and yeah, there's occasionally going to be someone who says, oh, it says something that's like a Nazi slogan or something. You're also going to see people make suggestive comments. They're going to meme, they're going to shitpost and do nonsense. That's what ends up happening. It's called free speech, and it really isn't a problem. See, Buzzfeed, like these other groups, they've done this before with side issues to this. They're hoping to convince normie America that there is a huge problem on YouTube or else with hate, however loosely defined that may be. It's no different than back during the drug PSA 90s when they're like, oh yeah, your kids might try inhalants. It's like the average kid was never actually huffing fumes in order to get high. The average kid knew better than to do that. The handful of cases in which it did happen, it's like, yeah, okay, they're being fucking dumb. How's it different from 50 years ago? People used to put airplane glue in a bag and huff that too, but it was never particularly common. Oh, crack is everywhere. Drug pushers are no, they're not. No, it's just a moral panic. When we see bullshit like this, where people who are in the know, people who actually stream on YouTube or use YouTube, you know, like YouTubers, we understand, of course, you probably understand, there's no actual problem with hate on YouTube. It's like cyberbullying. I remember when cyberbullying was the big, you know, problem, so-called. It was never really that common. It really wasn't. And by the way, whenever somebody's trying to harass you, you have the option to block them. Wow, oh my goodness, it's almost like people can choose what kind of material they choose to ingest. Isn't that astonishing? The only reason why anything should be like blocked, censored, and removed is if it's leading to some real world problem. You know, it's not just, you know, someone said a mean thing online, but someone's, you know, they dox someone and then they're idling outside their house at 3 a.m. or something. Okay, well then there may be a separate issue, but it has nothing to do with mean words. It has nothing to do with offensive speech. There's plenty of stuff that's on there that people who are on the right would consider offensive that probably Buzzfeed would consider sacrosanct, absolute, protected by the First Amendment. By the way, as funny, the other day I'm like, hey, to the liberals, would you say that people should, like a water company, should be able to shut off someone's water because they have the wrong political views? Oh, yeah, you're not going to get water. We're just not going to service you. What about the electrical company or the telephone service? The answer is no, they can't, because those are essential services and they've been rendered into utilities for that reason. At this point, are the big tech firms, is it difficult to compete in today's world without full access to these platforms? I think you'll find that there is, especially for people who make that their day job. Otherwise, though, wouldn't rescinding someone's access to all media platforms by attempting to systemically deplatform them off of every fucking website that matters, isn't that akin to basically destroying their life in some cases? Now, some people might say, well, get a real job. Oh, trust me, it's a real job. A lot of money is generated there. Why do you think that ad firms even put ads on YouTube? What, because it doesn't matter? No, you know, they spend billions of dollars on this for a reason. There's a reason for it. Buzzfeed can kiss my ass because they're ignorant and they don't know what they're talking about here, or this is just another malevolent hit piece on the alt media. I'm going to go probably with the latter. They should know better. They had some staffer sit on a couple of streams and take a screen cap of anything unkind and offensive that they saw. They extrapolate this, and they're hoping that you won't notice that they're doing so, to be every comment that's made on YouTube. Oh, look at all of the hate that's on YouTube. They need to do more. Google needs to crack down. No, it doesn't. What hate? Okay, go to a more tame stream then. Go to a makeup chick, an ASMR channel, or some makeup bullshit. You know, watch Bozo the Clown inflating balloons for 5 hours while muttering to himself. Maybe on something like that, you're probably not going to get that kind of commentary. By the way, what kind of people do you think watch like blood sports or edgier political commentary? People who are easily offended? No, maybe if they're a Buzzfeed editor. Yeah, absolutely. They have their goons hang out on people's channels. Oh, there's a live stream going on here. Make sure and see if there's anything there that we can write a story about. We're fucking bored. You know, our income is drying up. Nobody's visiting Buzzfeed because it's become socially and culturally irrelevant. Quick, we better hit out at those YouTubers. We better hit out some blogger somewhere. Somebody's Instagram. Oh God, this person looks like they might have shaved their hair to be kind of fashy. They've got an Instagram page. We must deplatform them. Their hair is a symbol of hate. This happens all the time. By the way, I find it funny when people like they think of like alt-right or something. It's like I don't think that they would welcome me based solely on the way that I look in some circles in some cases. BuzzFeed though, it has become boring. And there's a reason why these media sites are dying off. And it's not the press. It's like when you attack them, or more properly, when you defend yourself against their fucking yellow journalism, they'll say, oh, you don't like the First Amendment. Wow, the press is so great, you know, you're attacking the press. No, I'm attacking the corporate for-profit bullshit press that writes fake articles. Literally fake news. There's no other way to put this. It's literally fake. No, Superchats are not a den of iniquity. It depends on the stream, and you're taking a small proportion of the comments and warping that to be all of the commentary that goes on. It's sort of like saying, well, this person has one video in which they expressed a view that could be loosely termed fringe on the right. This person is an extreme alt-righter and should be deplatformed. You know, they may have 3,000 videos of them, like, cooking pasta, and that's basically all of the stuff that they do. But that one video, it's like the Scarlet Letter. You see this all the time because they don't have any legitimate critique to offer. They don't even understand, I think, how technology works at this point, which is funny for a web-only site. That's about all. Peace out.